Good morning, myself Santosh Yadav and I welcome to all of you in physics lecture of gravitation. Today our topic is Kepler's law, very important topic, and a lot of numericals are made from Kepler's law, so you should be very careful about that. This is the important part of the gravitation. So now start here. First law of Kepler. First law. This is also known as law of orbit. Law of orbit. Write it down. Kepler's first law is considered as law of orbit. What is the law? This is the ellipse of semi-major axis A and semi-minor axis B. So you can write here, satellite revolves in a elliptical orbit. That is elliptical path. Write it down. Satellite revolves in elliptical path around any planet, and you can say every satellite revolve in elliptical path and sun is the one focus of the satellite. Write it down. Every satellite revolves in optical path and sun is the one of the focus of the satellite, one of the focus of ellipse, you can say, and this law is considered as law of orbit. Okay, now we move on second law. This law is considered as law of area. Okay. So second law of Kepler, law of area. Write it down. Second law of Kepler is considered as law of area. And write down. Every satellite swept out, every satellite swept out same area in same interval of time at different positions of ellipse, at different positions of ellipse. I repeat again, every satellite swept out same area in same interval of time at different positions of ellipse. That is aerial velocity remain constant. That is aerial velocity remain constant. What is the mean of aerial velocity? So aerial velocity is considered as rate of change of area. What is the mean of aerial velocity? Rate of change of swept area by satellite is considered as aerial velocity. Write it down. Rate of change of area swept by satellite is considered as aerial velocity, that is dA by dt equal to constant, that is dA by dt is equal to constant. Okay. What is the mean of it? Let's see. Suppose satellite travel from A to B. So area set by the satellite will be this much. This is the area swept by satellite. At this position, and suppose this is the point C and this is the point B. So from C to D, this is the area swept by the satellite, and in same time interval, for write down same time interval area of SAB is equal to area of CSB. This is S. From this position to this position, area swept by satellite is SAB, and from this position to this position, area swept by the satellite is CSB. Both will be same time interval. It means aerial velocity of the satellite remain constant. Okay. So what about speed at point A and C? Listen, if speed at A and C is same, then definitely arc of AB equal to arc of CD. But here arc of CD is greater than arc of AB. Its mean speed at point C is greater than speed at point A. So at the side of the foci, speed increases for compensation of area in same time interval. So you can write here speed at C is greater than speed at A of the satellite. So at different position speed may be differ, but for same time interval area swept by the satellite at different position must be equal. This is the law of area. Clear? Write it down. Can I remember? Okay. Now we are going to prove that is dA by dt is equal to constant. How? Let's see. As we know, about sun, torque of the satellite is 0. Why? Tau equal to r cross f, and since centripetal force is towards the center of the sun and r is also same direction, so you can say that torque equal to 0. Torque about sun of satellite at any position is 0. As we know, tau equal to r f sin theta. This is r vector and this is centripetal force. Angle between r vector and f vector is 180 degree. So you can write here tau equal to r f sin 180 and sin 180 equal to 0. So tau will be 0. At any position, torque on satellite about sun is 0. So you can say if revolving body having no torque, then angular momentum remain conserved. Then angular momentum of that body remain conserved. As we have earlier discussed in previous lecture of rotation. So how to prove it? Let see. This is the ellipse and this is sun. Take any distance like this foci. Satellite evolve with speed v. Satellite evolve with speed v. Let's make it diagram for understanding. This is satellite. This is focus. Semi-major axis, semi-minor axis, this is sun. Suppose this is the velocity of satellite is given like v and this angle say theta. Draw perpendicular here. Distance traveled by satellite is v dt. Suppose satellite travel in dt time and reach from A to B. So this distance AB may be linear because very small time interval. Distance will be very small. So you can consider r as a linear distance, that is v dt. So this is v dt. This is v dt. This is theta, this is 180 minus theta. This angle is 180 minus theta. And this arc is very small, so consider it as a straight line. And this value will be v dt. This value will be v dt. So this value will be v dt. This is 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta v dt. This side will be v dt sin 180 minus theta. That is v dt sin theta. This is perpendicular. So take point as n. So area of SAB, you can write here, area of SAB is equal to half time base into height. This is the radius r, say this is radius r. Suppose this is r. Half base into height. Height Bn equal to, this is Bn equal to v dt sin theta. This is area swept by the satellite in time interval dt. So if the speed of satellite is v, then in time interval dt it travels v dt. Since dt is very small, so you can take arc as a linear distance. So arc will be straight line. So this distance will be v dt. And this angle theta is 180 minus theta. So this distance will be v dt sin 180 minus theta. That is v dt sin theta. Area of this triangle will be half into base into height. So half base r height v dt sin theta. This is the area swept by the satellite. Okay. So you can say this is dA. This is dA. So dA by dt equal to 1 by 2 r v sin theta. Multiply by m both the sides, half m r v sin theta by m dA by dt. M v r sin theta is equal to angular momentum. As we know, L equal to r p sin theta. So r m v sin v equal to linear momentum, r m sin. So m v r sin theta equal to L angular momentum. So you can write here L by 2m. So dA by dt equal to L by 2m. As torque on the satellite is 0 about sun, so angular momentum of the satellite will be constant. So you can write here, this is constant, this is mass of satellite, so dA by dt implies that dA by dt equal to constant. This is the proving of second law. Once again I repeat, area swept by the satellite is dA equal to half base into bm height, that is v dt sin theta. So take dt left side, so dA by dt equal to half rv sin theta. Multiplying equation, multiply by m and divide by m. So you will get half m rv sin theta upon m, and dA by dt is the aerial velocity. And we know that mrv sin theta is angular momentum. So right here mrv sin theta is angular momentum by 2m. dA by dt is the aerial velocity. dA by dt is the aerial velocity. And since torque on the satellite is 0, so angular momentum of the satellite is constant. We have discussed it in rotational motion earlier. So you should know that if net torque on the body or system of bodies is 0, then angular momentum of that body or system of bodies remain conserved. And if f net equal to 0 on the body or system of bodies, then linear momentum are conserved. Okay. So this is the proving of aerial velocity remain constant, that is area swept by the satellite in same time interval at different position will be same. Okay, so today's lecture is over and thank you.